Hey guys, so as the title suggests, I did double my collection for the recent Criterion flash sale that they host on their website. Um, so yes, I ordered 36 movies in one day. I have problems. Um, but yeah, so I just figured I'd come on here, showcase what all I got, and then yeah, this is also the first video on the channel, side note. So yes, if you're interested in any of that kind of jargon, I'll leave that to the end. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so I split them up into the orders that I did. So the first order was actually a birthday gift from my parents. So I got 8 movies in that. So the first one is Dazed and Confused, which I've seen, love this movie. Yeah, had to get it upgraded. Also, side note before I keep going, all of these are the Blu-ray editions, just because a lot of them have the 4K restoration anyway, and it's cheaper. So, yeah. So, Dazed and Confused. Another Linklater, Boyhood. Another great movie. Love this movie. Very cool. Next is a recent one, Flow, which looks super cute and will be a good family movie, hopefully. The Hidden Fortress. I'm a big Star Wars guy, so the fact that this inspired George Lucas, I thought was really cool, and I'm trying to get into more foreign film, so yeah. All That Heaven Allows. I've heard this is a really good fall movie, so I figured, hey, it's fall, let's slap her on, so. Island of Lost Souls. I had no idea this was in the collection. I've wanted this movie forever. Really interesting performance by Bela Lugosi, who's the original Dracula. So I'm super excited to watch this. Blow Up. I don't know why I said it like that. I have Blow Out down in my collection already, so I figured kind of the inspiration for that movie would be kind of cool to see and compare. So, Blow Up. And then finally from that haul is Slacker, which is another Linklater movie, and was his first movie, but I just thought, hey, let's try and bump him out. So, Slacker. All right, so then the next order was me, and I kind of went crazy. So first, French Dispatch. This just came out. It's Wes Anderson, and I've been looking to try and get this forever, but it's finally in the collection, so I figured no better time. Next is Inside Llewyn Davis. This was a complete blind buy. I had just saw something on it like 2 days before the sale and was like, that sounds interesting. So I was like, let's slap that in the cart. Next is No Country for Old Men. I accidentally bought 2 of these, so we'll see how the return process goes for that. But yeah, great movie. Terrifying villain, all that. But yeah. Next, Malcolm X. Incredible movie. I love this movie. This was an upgrade also for me. But yeah, it's a must watch. It's great. Until the End of the World. This one I don't know very much about, but it's very long. It's 287 minutes, which will be fun to sit through. But it seems interesting. It has a few actors that I know, so yeah. So I'm intrigued at this one. Next is Badlands, which is a Terrence Malick film, which I have been trying to watch more of his movies, and I like his movies. And this one seems like it was in the vein of when he went more with a narrative and not just kind of more experimentally. So, hoping. Plus, 2 actors are great in it, so. Fantastic Planet. This is a French animated movie, from what I know. Yeah. From the 70s, so it'll be different from the rest, but I'm curious to see what this has to offer. Another movie from the 70s, House, which has kind of its own little cult following in the Criterion circle. So I'm very excited to check this out and see why. Next is Easy Rider, Dennis Hopper, and yeah, it just seemed interesting. Jack Nicholson's in it. Kind of just wanted to see more of the 60s and kind of what America was like back then. So that was interesting. Okay. Last Temptation of Christ. I owned this movie, not the Criterion, just the normal, and my disc stopped working midway through the movie, so I don't know how it well, I know how it ends, obviously, but I don't know how the film ends. But yeah, so beautiful cover, Martin Scorsese, so very excited for that. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This is an iconic kind of like, I believe 80s, yeah, 80s high school movie, and I've seen like The Breakfast Club and stuff like that, so I'm hoping it's kind of similar to that, but we shall see. Okay, Grand Budapest Hotel. Yeah, it says right there. I was gonna say I don't think it has a title, but yeah. Great movie. Another Wes Anderson, which I'm trying to get as many of his movies as I can. But yeah, very good movie. Haven't seen it in a while, so I kind of want to rewatch it and see how it is. And the artwork and like cover for this is great. So had to pick that up. Tree of Life, which I was talking about Terrence Malick and kind of his more existential sort of less storyline and more just beautiful imagery. And this is very much one of those movies. I've seen this before and I was kind of weirded out when I first watched it. It was very slow and weird, basically. But yeah, it's definitely a beautiful movie that I recommend. This one I don't know if you guys have heard of. Citizen Kane. I love this edition of this movie. Yeah, and I'm hoping on a rewatch, I love the movie as much as I like this packaging. I'm sure you guys have seen it already, but it like folds down everything. It's so cool. So yeah, so I had to pick this up and upgrade my previous Blu-ray. So yeah, and then finally for the rest of this order is the John Cassavetes 5-film box set. So in the Criterion closet videos, a bunch of celebrities always pick this out and say how incredible Cassavetes' work was, and I've only seen him in The Dirty Dozen, I believe. So I want to see more of his work, and especially directorial work. So I'm very interested for that, so that'll be cool. All right. Then by that point, I think I had enough points to get the discount, or the $50 off, or whatever it is. So then I did a smaller order with Isle of Dogs, which this one just came out with The French Dispatch, and it's another Wes Anderson movie. But yeah, it's kind of the same style-ish of Fantastic Mr. Fox, I think, which I like that animation style, so I think this will be up my alley, hopefully. Next is Time Bandits, which I don't know much about this movie other than Sean Connery's in it, and it's supposed to be really weird. But yeah, I always see this as a 4K, and I've been looking for the Blu-ray, and finally I picked it up. Next is a brand new release, Altered States. This was another blind buy. It's supposed to be dreamlike and weird from what I know, and that's why I got it, because that's up my alley, hopefully, again. So yeah, so I'm hoping this isn't a whiff, if you will, but yeah. And then Devil in a Blue Dress, Denzel, again, who is great in pretty much anything I've seen him in, and it's in the 40s, so it looked really interesting, so I'm excited for that. Next order, okay. So I have two non I guess, standard collection movies. So The Shrouds, which just came out in 2024. Yeah, in 2024. And it's a Cronenberg movie. Don't know much about it. I saw the trailer and it looked really weird and cool. So I was like, yeah, I gotta pick that up. But it is Criterion premieres, not the actual collection. So I'm not 100% sure like what that means, but I'm rolling with the punches. And then I also got The Beast, which I've seen a lot of people talk very highly about. And this is a Janus Contemporaries movie. So yeah, so I'm very interested in seeing what this is about. Okay, and then back to the normal like collection movies. Miller's Crossing, Coen Brothers movie. Yeah, I've heard it's like a good like fall aesthetic also, which is great for fall. Chilly Scenes of Winter. This is supposed to have good like winter vibes, as you can tell by the cover, which I kind of got gearing up for winter and the cold months. So yeah, so I'm excited for this one. Qui-Gon, another foreign film, and it's supposed to be like 4 separate ghost stories inside of this one movie, which sounds really interesting. Yeah, and it has some of the actors that I really like from Kurosawa's work and other foreign Japanese kind of movies. So I'm excited to see where this goes. And then finally for that is The Magnificent Ambersons, which is another Orson Welles movie. Yeah, I've heard that if you like Citizen Kane, or if you're familiar with Citizen Kane, you have to watch this because it's another one of his epic masterpieces. Hopefully you didn't just hear my cat. But yeah, so Magnificent Ambersons. And then finally, the order that just came in yesterday, and one of the ones I was the most excited about, is my final 3. So, Shaft, which is a good blaxploitation 70s movie, which I'm really excited to check out. I'm not too familiar with that genre, so I want to see more. And this movie also comes with the sequel, Shaft's Big Score, which I'm excited to see as well. So, very interesting. Parasite, which I already owned, and I really like the movie, but this packaging is just beautiful, and it comes with the black and white edition, which I believe was the original version of the movie. So I'm very excited to see that. And then finally, I didn't even know this was in the collection either. It is the Bruce Lee box set, which is so cool. Like I really like the yellow and all that, but also the fact that it is, I believe, all of his like kind of Hong Kong kung fu kind of style movies. So very interesting to see that. I'm not familiar with Bruce Lee's work. I mean, obviously I know like Enter the Dragon, but I don't know other movies and how he is as an actor and martial artist. So that would be very cool to see. So that was the haul. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Super quick before you click off, or if you have, then thank you for staying tuned. So obviously new channel, and this is not going to be primarily what I do. Like I would like to do, hopefully if I can, during November, obviously they have their month-long sale at Barnes & Noble. I would love to kind of do some in-store recording and stuff like that, and do recommendations also. If you guys would be interested in it, once I watch like a single movie, then I can go and like review that, like do the packaging and show you guys what all comes with it, and then also the movie and how the transfer is and all that. I wanted to make kind of another place where people can come and talk about movies and just really enjoy the work that not only Criterion does, but just the art of cinema. So thank you guys for watching.